Hey YouTube family, it is Monday, February 3rd, and the time is approximately 12:40 p.m. It's Seeing Less of Me. It's Michelle. How are you today? Wanted to check in and let you know what's been going on with me for the past 2 weeks. But this video is going to be titled Hospital and Such. So I went into the hospital on Monday, January 20th. I was asked to be at the hospital at 5:30. I got there at 5:15. By the time I got called back to, change out of my clothing, I think it was about 5:45, 6 o'clock. Changed my clothes, got my nurse. We did all of the preliminary stuff. So you got to take a urine test. They wanted to, check the temperature. Check all of, what if I've eaten, if I've, had anything to drink, what medications have I taken, did I make sure to wash with the antibacterial. We got the IV started. Wait. What else happened back there? The anesthesiologist came in, the surgeon came in, and around 7:30, I believe, they called my husband back. So he was able to sit with me for a little while. Not very long, maybe 15 minutes. My surgery was scheduled to begin at 7:30, but they were running late. So I guess we sat together maybe 15, 20 minutes or so. And another person from the anesthesiologist department made a phone call and said, "Can I bring her back?" And so they were like, "Yes." I head back. I get in the operating room, and there are about 5 people in there, and one person is charged. Everyone's charged with their own responsibilities. So you've got the anesthesiologist lady that took me back, putting all the probes on me to monitor my heart rate and all of that business. There's a nurse here asking me, my name, my date of birth, what am I having, who's doing it, all of those things that they do. And then there was a gentleman far over in the room counting all of the instruments, and it was very overwhelming because the table was full of instruments, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then at that moment, I teared up. I was like, this thing is okay. It's actually going to happen. This is happening today. This is happening. The woman, so everybody's working, and they strap you on the table, and this arm goes here, and this arm goes there. And then the next thing I know, the nurse said to me, "Michelle, I want you to take 3 deep breaths, but I want to let you know, we're going to see you on the other side. We'll take good care of you, and we'll see you soon." And I said, okay. And I remember taking 2 deep breaths, and that was it. Now, I'm telling you, I remember waking up in recovery. I know after the fact that I was in recovery for 3 hours. But I'm telling you, it felt like I had been asleep for an hour, and, that was that. I had pain on the pain scale. They do that 0 to 10 on that pain scale business. And I felt like I was at about a 6, but I really thought, 5 or 6, but I really thought it was going to be worse than what it was. To me, it felt like I had done way too many sit-ups. And the top part of my stomach was just like, seriously, chick, what were you trying to do? Who were you trying to prove? What were you trying to prove? And I remember dozing off and on. And then the next thing I heard, the nurse said, well, she didn't ask for anything for pain medication. And I remember her saying, okay, sweetheart, you're going to your room. I get to my room. My husband's not there. I got a little agitated. So I asked the nurse to call my husband. So now, to me, like I said, to me, it feels like only an hour has gone by. So there, the transportation nurse and the floor nurse are relaying information back and forth. She's had this, she's had that, she's done this, she's done that. Okay, second time. May I have my husband? Please call my husband. Somebody comes in, they check the blood pressure, and they do some net and checking blood sugar and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Third time. Please call my husband. Now, I'm getting upset because at this point, I'm realizing it's pushing 6:30, 6:45. And she says, I'm going to call my husband now. It's a good darn thing because I was about to tell you to give me your phone that I know you have on your person and I'll call him myself. Not really realizing that there's a phone right next to my bed and I could have called him myself. But never mind. I hear him coming down the hall, so that made me extremely happy. And, of course, he gets emotional and he's crying and he's doing all of that. And I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. And he said, you want to go to sleep? And I said, yeah. He said, well, go to sleep. So I went to sleep. Because he was there, and then I felt safe, and I knew that he's not gonna let anything happen to me. And I dozed off and on for a while, and then I was like, okay, I guess I have to call my parents and I have to call my daughter. And so I called my dad, and I said I felt like it was a flash in the pan. I felt like I just took a nap. And he was like it's been all day, and I was like. I looked out the window because I had a beautiful view, and I was like, oh, it's dark. But it was dark when I got in here, so, it flies by quite quickly. In the meantime, the nursing team that I had at the hospital were amazing. I'm going to tell you something. You've got to be pretty special to care for others that are not related to you in their worst time. And I can't thank the nursing profession enough, because these people took care of me like I was related to them, and for that I am eternally grateful. Very patient with me, very receptive to my needs. I got up and I actually got up and sat in a chair, I guess around 10:30 p.m. And at midnight, I was walking the halls. Now, granted, I wasn't, Florence Griffith the Joiner or anything. But I walked and to the next room and then turned around. But then on the way back, I had to have a seat. Because let's remember, I did have the duodenal switch. I had the appendix removed, and I also had the gallbladder removed. So, that I felt like all my insides were falling out and everything else. So that's Monday. Tuesday, and there's nothing by mouth. But they had these glycerin swabs. If your hospital carries them, please, please, please ask them for them. Because that is what saved my life. Because, of course, there's nothing by mouth till the next day. And so I swabbed my mouth with those and then put petroleum jelly, Vaseline, on my lips. It is what saved me. And all I could think was, I just need to make it to the morning and I could have 2 ounces of water. I'm sorry, 1 ounce of water. So the next morning comes, the new nursing team comes on, and she gave me 1 ounce of water. I needed to finish that in an hour. If I tolerated that, they'd give me a lunch tray with some broth. Exciting. Okay, so here comes the tray with this chicken broth, something 0 calorie, something not Crystal Light, but another Fruit 2O maybe, and some Jello, orange Jello, which I don't do orange. I took a spoonful of that broth. No, thank you. I did drink the water. It took me all day to drink that 16-ounce, container of water. So that was that. Then comes, it's the hospital, so every 2 hours you got somebody coming in to do something. I want to check your blood sugar. I want to draw blood. I want to do your vitals, and all of this. All right. Can we please remove this catheter? Because I want to get up and wash my body because I feel like I'm funky. So she finally gets the okay to take the catheter out, but I'm not urinating. I'm not giving as much output as they would like. All right. So I have to now get this fluid in me, or they're going to put the catheter back in. And you know, it's really difficult after surgery to get the fluids in. It's just hard. So just don't beat yourself up if you can't do it. You can't do what you can't do. But try, at least try. Here comes the dinner tray. I've got beef broth, orange jello, and Crystal Light. So I really like the Crystal Light, right? Because it was raspberry lemonade or something like that. That was good. And the beef broth tasted like a sirloin steak to me. Because that chicken broth wasn't hitting on nothing. So here I go. I ate the broth, you know, a quarter of it maybe. But it really did. It tasted really good. But no, I don't do the orange jello. And then sipped on that Crystal Light for the rest of the night. Okay. Doctors come in, you know, well, at lunch around, right, well, you know, early in the morning they come in. They talking about, oh, well, something. At this point, it is snowing like nobody's business, okay? And I was like, I'm not going out. I'm not going out in that. So they keep me. Fine. I do some more walking. Go a little bit further. Go to the end of the hall and back. Great. All right. Wednesday morning comes. The fellow comes in. Do you want to go home? Yep, I'm ready to be up out of here. Okay, we send you home. You have some pain medication. Here's your discharge instructions, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Oh, well, she's not due for her Lovenox shot until 2 o'clock. I was like, 2 o'clock? I'm not staying. At this point, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm not staying here till no 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going home. I've got Lovenox at home, which I can inject myself with at 2 o'clock at home. Oh, so she turns to the doctor and says, oh, she says she has it at home. Let me tell you something. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Okay. So they give me a prescription for liquid Roxaset for pain. We go get that. We head on home. All right. Get home. Just grateful to be home. Want to get in the shower. But I'm going to tell you, I couldn't do it. I was exhausted. Just walking from the car to the house, I was exhausted. And so I was not able to get into the shower till like Friday. Went for my week follow-up appointment. And I noticed when I woke up from surgery, from my hip to my left knee was tingling. So I was like, oh, well, you know, you were laying on your back flat for how many hours? So it's probably just a little fluke with that. But as I was home, it got worse and worse and worse. And then one night, it felt like someone was stabbing me in the leg. Then I woke my poor husband up out of his sleep. So the next day, I go to see the primary care physician. And he thinks it's bursitis, pushing on the sciatic nerve, which is causing the pain. So he's given me, one of these nerve pills to take twice, up to 3 times a day. So I've been taking it once in the morning and once at night, and it appears to be helping me. But we'll see. But if it's not better in 2 weeks, then we need to step it up and go see someone else. So my hope is that within the next 2 weeks, it will resolve itself. But the pain is really not. The numbness I can deal with. The pain I cannot. And then they thought I had a bleed and I was going to need a CAT scan. But fortunately, the pain that I was having from the on the left side of my body, from my stomach area up to my waist, has diminished greatly. And she had given me additional pain medication, and if I wasn't better by last Wednesday, that I was going to have to go get the CAT scan. But fortunately, by last Wednesday, I was feeling better. So that's what happened for my hospital stay. Yeah, no issues, none of that. I'm just mentally preparing now to be on the other side. So D.S. Robs and I have been swapping stories, so I know what to expect on the other side, and I've been giving him information on what to expect when he's on the other side. So it's actually kind of nice to have someone going through it with you, because you can share your war stories and all of that. But I hope you're having a great day on the East Coast here in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Hello, team. We've got another round of snow. We don't need another round of snow, and it's about 6 inches out there. Well, be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon, YouTube family. Take care. Bye.